Hello guys, I'm Crypto Investor King and we're going to be going over my outlook for this week, what I was looking for, what I'm looking for next week, and hopefully we can see exactly what I was looking for in this trade. It was quite a nice trade. It wasn't as clear cut as I was looking for, but thankfully it did turn out nicely. Um, so let's start. So with the Euro USD, you can see even if you use support and resistance, this level here, price bouncing off. So when price arrived here, I was expecting a bounce. We got that bounce, a nice morning star. Then price dropped there from there. Um, so there was a level that I was looking for. So you have this nice block and price is in this monthly block, this nice monthly block. I was expecting price liquidity to be taken here. And since the monthly price didn't close below, I know there was going to be a nice play of on that level for weekly uh, to jump off it. And here on the weekly, liquidity was taken. We saw price rise. At the moment, it's in a nice boxed area, a nice range. Expecting price to stay in this range. Now, if the weekly was to close or the daily, then I would expect price to drop down to this level around 114,279 level. But at the moment, liquidity has been taken and is playing around this area. Then we can move down to the daily. At the daily, I was expecting this daily block to be where I was going to look for a nice bearish run. Look for any voids to be taken. Well, any voids to be filled. And that's what we got this week. Now, for the exact trade I was looking at, um, I was looking for where there was MS break, market structure break, and more or less like a order block on the daily for price to play with, and then a breaker for price to return to. And here we go, nice level here. Now, around this level is where price initially pulled back into, and this was going to be my first entry, but I missed it. Then I knew that price should come back to it because it didn't have that kind of strong of a sell-off. So I was expecting price to come back a little bit more. It started to range the kind of areas that it looked like it was responding off of, which was that daily order block was quite well. So I knew that price had to come back, um, and there was a nice void created because if you look on the daily, if you look on the daily, you can see price move into this area, and the price had to go back into it. This is where it was, come down, wicked, went back up, and then you have these two green candles with the wick down here where price liquidity void needed to be filled. So if you go on to the 4 hour, you see that when it entered there, now I had a sell stop there, it went in, it didn't close out by steps, so I hit my stop loss. So I was quite happy with this trade. Entry was here, stop loss was here, expecting the liquidity to be filled. Now, I usually look to the left and see where there's a nice bit of liquidity to be filled, where stops should be taken, and we got that here. And so price hit my level here, dropped, came down, came here and then was out. Then price returned back here. On both accounts, on the smaller account, it hit my stop, it hit my take profit, but on the larger account, I got closed out, whereby when I was taking partial profits, there was an error and it took me out too soon. But I'm hoping to see next week if price doesn't close below that weekly liquidity stop hunt, then I would see price drop to that monthly level. So if you go into the monthly, I'll show that to you, to that monthly level, which is okay, not monthly level, weekly level. So let's go to that weekly level, to this weekly level. If it doesn't, then I see price might come back to here, and if not, then I see price playing in this void. So between 18441 and maybe 1515502. So between that level. Um, I'm looking at a couple of different pairs. I'm gonna do Bitcoin in a second. So if you keep an eye out for that, I'm gonna have that uploaded shortly.